Hello everybody, welcome to MJ Yaks Movies. Today I'll be yakking the film In the Mouth of Madness, directed by John Carpenter. In this movie, we see a patient in a mental hospital, an insane asylum, recounting how he got there. It turns out previously he'd been an insurance agent, a claims investigator, hired or brought on to investigate a claim by a publishing company that one of their authors had disappeared. He's sent off by one of the publishing company's boss, along with one of his underlings to investigate. He eventually finds the author in a small town in Maine, I believe. And then from there, reality unravels. So the author may or may not be real. The town may or may not be real. The insurance investigator eventually may or may not have lost his grip on reality, which leads him to the insane asylum. And when he leaves his cell, it turns out his insane ravings had in fact been real, and the world is now in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. So with this movie, where to begin? The practical special effects in this are really good. They're fantastic. But they make the early CGI special effects stand out. So the early CGI in this looks worse by virtue of those great practical special effects. This cast is pretty small. There's not a whole lot to it. So we got Sam Neill, Julie Carmen, Charlton Heston, John Glover's in here for a hot second. We've also got Viggo the Carpathian and I believe the earliest, Hayden Christensen appearance. Francis Bay also is in here for a second. So Sam Neill, his accent comes and goes. There are times where he's just full-blown Australian, let's say, or a person from southern of the equator, which for this movie, with the one's grip on reality, kind of makes sense, but insofar as not avoiding the hashtag bad accent work, Sam Neill does not. We've got Julie Carmen as the publishing underling sent with him. Charlton Heston is the publishing company boss. John Glover is a doctor at the mental hospital. David Warner, the great David Warner, is the person the investigator initially talking to Sam Neill. And Hayden Christensen, I can only assume, is a young Anakin Skywalker. I don't know. This movie is pretty thin. There's not a whole lot that goes on outside of Sam Neill slowly losing his mind and a bunch of great creatures chasing him along the way. A bunch of Lovecraft-inspired Cthulhu-esque creatures. For me, between yay, nay, and in between, this one is probably a nay. This is not one of John Carpenter's better works. But if you love practical special effects, Lovecraft creatures, or you're a John Carpenter completist, you can definitely check this out. So yeah, between yay, nay, and in between, this for me is a nay. Or an in-between to slight nay. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like and subscribe. Cheers.